bye week?
It was good. Yeah, had a good time. Got a chance to relax a little bit. So, good week.
Andy, this isn't like something I typically think to ask a guy in his 12th season, but have you learned anything about yourself this year, just with it kind of being, you weren't coming into this year expecting to be a starter on this team, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, especially the last several years of my career, I've been through a lot of different type of seasons, and just my whole career in general. And so, the one thing you can't take for granted is an opportunity, and I've been on both sides of it, and I'm thankful that, I still get a chance to play this game, still get a chance to go out and try to help this team win, regardless of the record, regardless of everything that goes on. I mean, this is I think you saw what Geno Smith's quote the other day. It was talking about his hard times of being a backup. It's like his hard times are a lot of people's dreams. And, I'm just been so thankful and blessed to be in this position for as long as I have and get to keep doing it.
How do you keep that mentality even when you're having a losing season or whatever the case may be? Like how do you kind of try to, I guess, keep that positive?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's hard. At the end of the day, all that matters is winning, and it doesn't matter how it gets done. And I mean, you can, from a personal level, you could play really bad and you can win, and it feels better. There's things that you can improve and things that you go into, but at the end of the day, you won. And on the opposite side of that, you can play really well and lose, and it feels like you're not doing enough. Feels like there's still a lot out there that you can do better, even though personally you may be playing well. So I mean, there's all different aspects that go into it. So I mean, it is hard to be where we're at and know that we've missed some opportunities to keep winning. But at the end of the day, we still have 4 games left to play. You still have to go out there and play the game, and you got to make the most of every opportunity that you get.
Can you put your finger on why Alvin Kamara's been less productive or less involved in the offense and in the passing game, I guess, in particular, in the last 4 or 5 weeks after you guys were connecting 7, 8, 9 times a game for a while?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say there's one reason why that hasn't happened. I think there's some stuff where we could probably get him the ball a little bit more at times, and I think some of those situations where he was getting a lot, it's just check downs and different things, and where I feel like we've had opportunities to get the ball to other guys, and so I wouldn't say there's one reason why. He hasn't been getting the ball.
Does it kind of go without saying though that obviously good things happen when you guys are able to find ways to get him more involved?
Yeah, he's obviously a great player, and every time he's got the ball in his hands, you never know what's going to happen, and so I think you want to have. For him to be the type of player that he is, and arguably our best player on offense, and when you want to get him the ball.
And can you pinpoint anything when you kind of reviewed the red zone over the last few weeks? Why the red zone has been less efficient than between the 20s?
Yeah, I think we've had opportunities. We just haven't been able to make the plays that we need to, and so I think at the end of the day, when we get those chances to make plays, we've got to make them. And when you don't, you end up kicking field goals, and put yourself in a bad position, and it's what we've done the last several weeks.
Andy, what have these last couple of years been like for you when you go from being in one place for 10 years to then a new place every year, and contracts out at the end of this year as well? Is that hard on you, hard on the family, a couple young kids?
Yeah, I think if somebody could, ideally, you'd want to be in one place for a long time, or if you're not, if you have the stability, you'd like it probably towards the end of your career, when you have a family and kids in school and all that kind of stuff. So that is definitely part of it. I think I've mentioned my oldest son was preschool in Cincinnati, kindergarten in Dallas, first grade in Chicago, second grade here. So I mean, there's been a lot of adjustment, which I think at the end of the day is going to be good for our kids and good for our family, just because you're just making them more adaptable and all that kind of stuff. But I think at the end of the day, you can't focus on what's next, especially at this point and where we're at. You just got to make the most of your opportunity and make the most of where you're at right now. And for me, that's been my focus, and the rest of it will definitely take care of itself. And I've obviously really enjoyed my time here in New Orleans.
What were your expectations when you came here?
When I came here, I was expecting to be the backup, and I just try to help this team from that point of view and from that role. And obviously, I've gotten an opportunity to play this year and play in a lot of games, and so I'm definitely thankful for that. Like I was saying earlier, I don't take it for granted, and all I've really known is playing in this league. I feel like everywhere I've been, I've played. Obviously, the 9 years in Cincinnati, I got to play when I was in Dallas. I went into Chicago as a starter, then got hurt, and then that whole thing happened where Justin got to play, and then here being the backup to getting the opportunity to play again. So I've been fortunate that I've been able to play everywhere I've been.
Dalton, you haven't had any interceptions in the last 3 games. What's changed with your approach, or what would you attribute that to?
I mean, I think just being smart with the ball and knowing when to take chances, and I've had some unfortunate things happen on some of the interceptions this year, and so I think that's just being smart with the ball and putting it where it needs to go.
I know it's never a good idea to just look back and say what if on stuff, but has it been kind of regrettable looking at some of those games where you could have put it away if a play was made here, or you're so close in a lot of these games where 4-9 could be a whole lot different right now?
Yeah, absolutely, especially with the way this year has gone for our division. You can look at multiple games and say, man, if we could have done this or done that, then we would be sitting in a completely different spot than we are right now. But that's this game. I mean, you look at most of the games in the NFL, they're one-score games, and you can go back in every game and say, well, if this play was made or if that play was made, then it could have changed the outcome. All right. Thank you all.
Thanks, Andy.
Well, good to see you back. Does that mean you're back? Or what are your expectations for this week?
I'm just excited to be out there practicing with the guys. It's kind of what I miss the most. Just being out there and being able to communicate the calls and get the feel of it all again makes me feel good. So, but I feel good. I do.
Do you already expect to play, or what will determine that?
I think it just how well I do throughout practice. But me personally, I felt good today, so just continue to build each day.
Are there any limitations still, or are you full go?
I'm just taking it slow, day by day, trying to get better each day. That's kind of all the focus I have right now.
How are you guys trying to learn about the quarterback for Atlanta?
The thing about him is luckily he's pretty similar to the guy that we played before. There's obviously things that you can pick from the preseason game, but he's a very good quarterback, very talented. But I think that as long as we stay to what we're being coached, stay true to that, I think that the quarterback's influence will be very similar to how we prep for them the first time.
Was there any use of looking at his college stuff or no?
I think there is a use. I might dive into that, but I actually did play against him when I was a a junior at Ohio State, so I got a little feel there. But I think we might look a little bit at that, but as far as right now, Atlanta's got a different offense than Cincinnati, so we're looking at Atlanta.
How would you describe just like the kind of day-to-day vibe in the linebacker room and kind of the way you guys operate?
I think it all starts with Coach Hodges. He does a great job. He's a very good coach and motivates us very, very well. It's all credit to him, but as far as the vibes from every one of us, I think that we complement each other super well to the point where we're able to accomplish many things, and I think that's always a good thing. But it all starts with Coach Hodges, and he does a great job with communicating to us. And at the end of the day, it's on the players to go out and execute. But I think we complement each other very well. But again, it starts with him.
I've heard him say there's like some like high level, just like football conversation in there that happens a lot.
There is.
Guys bouncing ideas off each other.
Yeah, we'll get into some 10, 15-minute conversations, not even about the game plan, just talking about next level football terminology and different run fits, whatever it is. But we kind of see that as more important than the different talks that we have about our game plan. So there's next level talk, and it's made me a better player. So I definitely credit that.
Just getting back to Ritter, you talked about him being very talented, and obviously talent manifests itself in a number of ways. Is there any specifics that you just remember, any specific impressions that the way he played made on you when you played against him or when you watched him on film?
He's a smart player. He's accurate with the ball. He can make plays out of nothing, and he's going to be looking to scramble if that read's not open. So we just got to be smart with our rush, our coverage, and I think it'll all take care of itself.
Outside of just what he was able to do on the field, was it impressive since you guys were pretty much in the same state, same colleges, what he was able to do collegiately with his career in games?
Very impressive. Very, very impressive.
Yeah.
You talk a team like Cincinnati to get the chance to, and led by him, to go to the playoff. I mean, all due respect, like he is a very, very good player. So we got a handful this week, and we gotta go out and execute. But he's a very good player. I know it's his first start, so we gotta do a good job.
Is there any advantage to that with him being his first start? Like, is that an advantage to y'all?
There's many different ways you could look at it. We don't necessarily have a great feel for him. No team does. And they could possibly do something different with him. So I don't think we necessarily look at it as far as advantage. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to how well we're going to execute our job when it comes to Sunday.
What are your thoughts about how Caden's played with the opportunity he's had?
Excellent. Mario said it best, is that he's the guy, one of the best players that nobody ever kind of knew about. Like he comes out every single day, competes, plays super hard. He's strong. He's smart. I learn a lot from him. He's a very good player, and we gotta keep him on the field because he's balling. So I like that.
What have you learned from him?
What have I? Just different techniques. I feel like as linebackers, there's so many different perspectives you get as a player as far as different alignments and techniques that I might see something a little bit different than him. His footwork might be a little bit different. The way his hand movements and his eyes, the way he keys certain things. There's just different little tips that you can get from linebackers.
But it's hard to ask this without getting you to reveal any strategy, but I mean, wanting to use all three linebackers, could that take some adjustment to different alignments for guys and stuff like that?
I don't think I'm going to go into that.
With 4 games left, what's kind of the mindset you guys are as a team are trying to take?
Our mindset is win each day, and we're going 4-0 from this point on. Whatever happens, happens. That's our mindset. Good. All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks.